walking right in front of you there.
Okay, you're a part of history now.
Okay, we're almost good to go, folks. The bikes are just going to fire up. They're going to set up down, they always start at the same end every show, so they're just going to go line up down there. Just for the folks that are just coming out, just a reminder, folks, from here on out, no walking on any of the asphalt part of the parking lot, please. So if you could keep your feet up off the curb, that'd be much appreciated. And for the people that are just coming out as well, our center of track is right here where the 3 flags are, so the closer you are to the center, the better. Okay, we're good to go. The OPP was first formed in October 1909 with 6 inspectors and 38 constables, making up the newly formed Ontario Provincial Police Force. In the early 1920s, military-style uniforms, insignia, and protocols helped define the character of the new force. The 1930s saw the addition of motorcycle personnel, while the 1940s marked the introduction of the OPP auxiliary program. With an increase in vehicles on the road, the 1950s saw 75% of the Ontario Provincial Police officers enforcing the Highway Traffic Act. Major reorganization characterized the 1960s. In 1974, women joined the OPP. It's always a popular one. The 1980s saw uniform changes along with the first protective vest for officers.
She's on the lead.
OPP General Headquarters relocated to Orillia in 1995, marking the first time all OPP services were located under one roof. 2012 marks the 103rd anniversary of the OPP, and today, under the direction of our 14th Commissioner, Chris Lewis, more than 9,000 well-trained uniform and civilian employees provide policing services across the province of Ontario. The OPP is recognized as a strong and modern organization equipped to face new challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of Commissioner Chris Lewis, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the famed motorcycle precision riding team of the Ontario Provincial Police, the Golden Helmets. 20 provincial police officers from across Ontario in their Harley-Davidson Police Special motorcycles. This ride is coordinated by the Ontario Provincial Police Highway Safety Division, committed to saving lives on Ontario's highways, trails, and waterways through professionalism, leadership, and visibility. The special training and precision maneuvers are directed by the Ridemaster, Sergeant Lise Grenier, the Provincial Motorcycle Coordinator. And now, the presentation of the colors. Sergeant Grenier leads the color party with the Canadian flag. Flanking Sergeant Grenier, Constable Netterveen carries the Ontario flag, and Constable Jones carries the colors of the Ontario Provincial Police. The color party will dismount and march forward for the placement of the colors. The Golden Helmets were first formed in 1963 with officers from Southern Ontario detachments. Disbanded due to funding in 1992, the team returned to entertain crowds once again in 1997. This year marks the 45th year of the Golden Helmets. The commitment demonstrated by the Golden Helmets is representative of our officers' pride and dedication to traffic safety. The motorcycle team, once again led by Sergeant Grenier, will form the traditional V formation. The team will then dismount for our national anthem and the opening salute. On behalf of Commissioner Chris Lewis, Inspector Doug Borton, Detachment Commander, Northumberland Detachment, is in attendance to accept the opening salute. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please stand and remove your caps for our national anthem. And now, the opening salute. This is the Motorcycle Precision Riding Team for 2012, the Golden Helmets. In demonstrations such as the one you're watching this afternoon, there is always the threat of a mishap. Should anything happen, please stay away from the ride area. Responsible officials will take charge of the emergency situation. All of the riders that you see here today are generally assigned to full-time active traffic duties at OPP detachments across the province, and the motorcycles they're using are the same machines used during the course of their regular highway duties. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you each team member and tell you the detachments where they're stationed. They appreciate a cheer, folks. First out, from Aurelia, the Provincial Motorcycle Coordinator, Sergeant Lee Grenier. Tim Gillingham, Wellington County. Gwen Guchar, Burlington. Jimmy Wallace, Tilsonburg. Larry Ewan, Napanee. Kevin Monroe, Niagara Falls. David Austin Gray, Wellington County. Freddie Gilmore, Burlington. McDonough, Port Credit. Rich Breckenridge, Chatham. Liz Newton, Aurora. Guy Bravo, Ottawa. Ray Cambridge from Northumberland Detachment. Kevin Boss, London Highway Safety Division. Lord Energane, 407 Detachment. And bringing up the rear, Mark Jones, Norfolk County. And I am Constable Rick Furley of the Kempville Detachment, your team commentator. All of our riders have been selected from amongst many officers who volunteered to participate in our ride. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting an opening review with superb slow speed, balance, and skills, the Golden Helmets. The Ontario Provincial Police Motorcycle Precision Riding Team for the year 2012. Please give them a warm welcome to the Peterborough Northumberland Crime Stoppers Conference. Now, contrary to what you may think, our motorcycles are not trailered from city to city, but in fact we ride these machines from show to show to the corners of the province and occasionally beyond. And now, for our first maneuver of the show, the team members demonstrate the crisscross. For many years, the team performed on a variety of track surface, including grass and dirt. Because their performance is structured around time and control, it was most important for the riders to know what effect the surface had on the handling of their machines. This traditional maneuver was intended to give the riders a feel for the surface on which they were performing. And now, the team returns with the crisscross. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Golden Helmets and the crisscross. Motorcycles were the first vehicles used by the OPP. One of those early machines, a 1931 Streamline -4, is on display at the OPP Museum in Orillia. It is the oldest OPP vehicle known in existence. You will now notice that the team is now divided into two groups. Following their team leaders, each member will meet his partner at the center and then retire to an opposite end of the ride area. While doing so, each group will execute a series of continuing links. Each rider moves from single file formation, completes a small circle, and resumes his or her position in the single line. Precise time and exact positioning of each rider ensures that the link maintains momentum. I'll tell you how the team maintains such fluid and timely movements. Each rider's equipment is equipped with a transceiver. This allows for inter-team communication, which helps maintain overall uniformity throughout the performance. And now, the single weave. To give you an idea of what will happen, keep your eyes on the team leaders. Each leader approaches the other on a head-on course, then just before meeting, they turn out to avoid colliding and set up the single weave. Members of each team follow their leaders and complete this intertwining maneuver of riders and machines. Ladies and gentlemen, the single weave. The team members continue to either ends of the track where they pair off in preparation for the intricate double weave, riding side by side as one rider and machine. Now the lead pairs approach one another on a head-on course, then they steer right and set up the double weave. Two riders and two machines acting as a single unit. Their handlebars are only inches apart, and oftentimes their mirrors and handlebars will even touch. Two riders and their motorcycles moving in unison with the double weave. In order to qualify for regular motorcycle duty with the Ontario Provincial Police, a member must first successfully complete a rigorous 3-week-long course in the safe and proper handling of a motorcycle. Our precision team now demonstrates how motorcycles in the hands of well-trained operators, except for Fuji, can be driven skillfully yet safely while creating two small figure eights. From the center point in front of me, you will see one figure eight on the left and another on the right. Watch closely and you'll see the two teams reverse positions on the track while continuing to form two small figure eights. There's the crossover. The teams are changing from end to end and the two small figure eights are still being formed. The crossover at the center point has now stopped. The team that was on the right is now on the left, and the team that was on the left is now on the right. And now they're taking it out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for the Golden Helmets and the figure eights. The team now forms the diamond cutter. From the single file, the teams move right and left, with the team leaders at the top acting as the point of the diamond. Constable Boss at the other end will approach the formation at high speed, acting as a jeweler's tool cutting the diamond in half. Watch as each facet falls to the side as the diamond shatters into many pieces. And here he comes. That's a beautiful maneuver and beautifully performed by your Golden Helmets. In the approaching maneuver, our team members will demonstrate a close order drill we call Lace the Boot. From the two-team formation, the riders will form a single line. Next, one team will zigzag through the other, much like lacing a boot one eyelet to the next. When the movement stops, the team will have returned to the parallel pairs formation. I'll let you listen into the team leader calling out the commands. There you have it, Lace the Boot. I point out that the Golden Helmets motorcycle precision ride is just that. It's not meant to be a stunt show. It's a precision performance of 14 riders acting as a single unit. Each rider machine must be in the proper position at just the precise moment. Now, similar to their opening maneuver, the crisscross, the team will now perform the intricate double crisscross. This maneuver is difficult to perform well. Pairs must be in constant communication in order to stay together while steering and maintaining their close proximity. Watch the concentration on the officers' faces. The motorcycles used by the Golden Helmets are the powerful Harley-Davidson Police Specials. Those in use today are a mix of 2011 and 2012 models with 1690cc V-twin engines and weigh in at over 950 pounds. After regrouping, the team returns with the double crisscross. In just a moment, a precision display called Thread the Needle. First though, the teams will meet at the center of the viewing area, sweep through each other, and then retire to opposite ends of the track. In our efforts to reduce traffic collisions that result in serious injury and death, the OPP has implemented the Provincial Traffic Safety Program. The focus of the program is the 4 high-risk behaviors that represent the major factors in fatal and serious injury collisions on our highways. These are impaired driving, aggressive driving, seatbelts, and distracted driving. Here comes the sweep. Officers are directed towards identified hotspots on our highways for the purpose of reducing or eliminating collisions through enforcement and officer visibility in those specific high-risk areas. And now, thread the needle. First, 4 officers approach the center of the viewing area. These riders represent the eye of the needle. Our next objective is to move the remaining team members from both ends through this moving circle. Here they come to thread the needle. Consecutive times, precise timing and exact positioning, these are the essential elements for this display. The Golden Helmets and thread the needle. Moving quickly to the next maneuver, the wheel. You'll now notice that the 2 team leaders have taken up stationary positions at the center of the viewing area. These members represent the hub of what will become a moving wheel. The remaining team members move in from both ends and move clockwise around the hub, making up the spokes of the wheel. The first 4 machines have moved into position and the next 4 riders and motorcycles move in. The wheel is beginning to take shape. And now the remaining team members take their positions. And there it is. is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is 8 tons of riders and machines moving in unison with the wheel. That is a powerful display of precision riding by our golden helmets. Let's hear it for them, folks, except Fuji. The Ontario Provincial Police are now actively hiring people from all walks of life for constable positions across Ontario. You may be a good candidate. Do you enjoy working with people? Do you value and nurture relationships with members of your community? If you do and are between 18 and 65 years of age, possess a Class G license and a grade 12 or equivalent education, you are eligible to apply to the OPP. Set your sights on becoming a canine handler. Be part of an elite team with the Tactics and Rescue Unit. Patrol the waters on a boat or personal watercraft, or the trails on a snowmobile or ATV. You can even ride a Harley-Davidson with the famed Golden Helmets Precision Motorcycle Team. And now, in yet another close order balanced drill, the team forms a reverse circle. An inside group of 5 riders move in a counterclockwise circle as the remaining team members move clockwise in an outer circle. Both circles are formed simultaneously, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the 2012 Golden Helmets and the reverse circle. At the conclusion of this afternoon's performance, the Golden Helmets will park their motorcycles in line down the center of the ride area. Please feel free to speak with the officers, collect their individual trading cards, and check out their motorcycles at that time. The Golden Helmets will now display precision timing as they interchange positions twice and then accelerate hard toward the end of the ride area. Let's listen over the radio system as the team leader issues the commands. Machines as they return to their pairs formations. The OPP provides policing services to all Ontarians through multi-jurisdictional investigations, anti-terrorism response, provincial emergency assistance, and specialized investigative support services, in addition to traffic management and enforcement services on provincial highways, waterways, and trails. This maneuver is called the cloverleaf. It is similar to a series of continuing links, but the team members turn in towards each other rather than away. We think it looks something like a cloverleaf, like the on-ramps and off-ramps along any of the 400 series highways. An interesting fact, each officer will ride a total of 6 kilometers during an average performance. Earlier, the team demonstrated the reverse circle. Our next maneuver is similar in design but more demanding in the degree of difficulty and is called the triple reverse circle. 2 team members move clockwise in the center core. A middle group of riders revolve counterclockwise about the inside core. And finally, the remaining team members begin to move clockwise in an outside circle. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the triple reverse circle. Anyone with motorcycle experience knows the slower you go and the tighter the turn, the harder a motorcycle is to control. These riders make it look easy. I draw your attention to those 2 amazing officers turning slowly in the small center circle. Those riders have maintained their balance throughout without putting their feet on the ground. Kids want to see some lights and sirens? And the big kids too? And now, for those of you who enjoy lights, noise, and action, with lights and sirens, we present the Star Flash Parade. After regrouping, the team will return to depict the letters OPP. We would like to acknowledge the very generous corporate support from Dealey Harley-Davidson Canada, the country's sole importer of Harley-Davidson motorcycles and accessories. Without them, this ride would not have been possible. The pleasure of entertaining crowds such as this one today is a thrill to each member of the Golden Helmets. Your respect and encouragement will always be fondly remembered. The team will now form the letters OPP. The lead rider takes the first 4 riders into position to form the letter O. You'll see the next 5 riders and machines move into position to form the first letter P. Then, the last 5 riders form the second P. And there you have it, OPP. On behalf of Commissioner Chris Lewis, Inspector Borden will accept the closing salute. Ladies and gentlemen, the closing salute.
Two girls in it, 2 females.
The entire 2012 motorcycle team moves off to the end of the track. The members will regroup and return in a moment following the retiring of the colors. And the color party, led by Sergeant Grunier and flanked by Constables Nitterveen and Jones, approach a reviewing stand. The color party will dismount and march forward to retrieve the colors. So we had some helpers holding up those flags, making sure they wouldn't blow over the wind here. So at this time, I'd like to thank 7-year-old Luke, 5-year-old Kai, and 8-year-old Hannah for helping out, and the troops have something special for them. For anyone who may be interested in learning more about the OPP as a possible career opportunity, please feel free to talk to it with either myself or any member of the team. You may also visit any detachment of the OPP for details or go to opp.ca on the web. It has been our pleasure to be here in Peterborough, Northumberland Crime Stoppers Conference, and we thank you for coming to see us. Inspector Borden will acknowledge the team colors in the final drive past. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting and closing review of the Ontario Provincial Police Motorcycle Precision Riding Team, the Golden Helmets. Please give them one last round of applause. The team has supported a number of charities over the past several years, including the Ride for Sight, the Tim Horton Foundation, One Kid's Place, and most recently the Ontario Special Olympics. In continuing this tradition, we have commissioned items for sale to the public. A little piece of the OPP and the Golden Helmets. We have hats and t-shirts, as well as pins for sale at our trailer. The profits from the sale of these items go only to charities. Please stop by the team trailer to view the items for sale and pick up a free team poster. And now, signaling the end of the performance, like toppling dominoes, the team will flop their machines on the side stands and dismount in unison. Here comes the flop. Nice job. Now keep in mind, folks, these motorcycles will be extremely hot. Please be careful not to touch any parts of the engine or exhaust system, and parents, please take special care of your children around these machines. Thank you very much for attending our show and allowing our team to entertain you. You may now enter the ride area. Remember, wear your seatbelt, leave sooner, drive slower, don't text and drive, and have a great afternoon.